It's currently 8:17 p.m. What I've done most recently is to work on the 2023 polystyrene drawings video project. In Camtasia 2019, primarily, but also in Wegmans Studio, as that's the third-party website I use to design the intro, outro, and the thumbnail for the video. I edited an old Wegmans video, the same one I created for the 2022 polystyrene drawings video, in order to update the intro, outro, and the thumbnail for that video for the 2023 polystyrene drawings video project. I had the 2022 polystyrene drawings video open in a tab on my main browser window, so I could use it as a guide for the 2023 polystyrene drawings video project. So that it would be in the same style, but I also made some changes, such as changing the color of the background for the intro, outro, and thumbnail from being beigeish to being more of a light hue of blue. In Wegmans Studio, I also changed up the two different fonts I used for the intro, outro, and the thumbnail for the video project in Wegmans Studio. This was my first time using Wegmans Studio in about 2 months. And it turned out pretty good. when I downloaded that old Beyond video, in 1080p or full HD quality, I opted to only have the first 3 scenes be downloaded, as those first 3 scenes would serve as the intro, outro, and the thumbnail of the 2023 polystyrene drawings video project, respectively. Though I had to do that twice, as when I first downloaded those first 3 scenes of that old Beyond video, those 3 scenes were each 1 second long, which was way too short for me to be able to use the snipping tool function on my current primary laptop to take a full screen screenshot of first the intro, then the outro, and ultimately I will take a full screen screenshot of the thumbnail for the 2023 polystyrene drawings video, though I most likely won't do that until I upload that rendered Camtasia 2019 video project to my YouTube channel around noon tomorrow. I couldn't just pause the video 1 scene at a time, as when I do that for the media player for Windows 10, the HUD doesn't go away, and then I end up getting that in my full screen screenshot. So before I downloaded those first 3 scenes of that old Beyond video, I made them each 10 seconds long so that I would have enough time to start the video at pretty much the very beginning of the scene with the image I wanted to get a full screen screenshot of, with the media player being in full screen. I would move my computer mouse so that my mouse cursor would go near the bottom of the screen, which would cause the scroll bar to pop up, and from there I could access the snipping tool, having already preset it to have a 5-second delay. And then I would opt for a full screen snip, and then I would reopen the full screen media player and then click above the HUD so that the HUD would go away. And during this time, I was sitting at my established work area between the kitchen and the living room at my mom's place. With my computer mouse on the mouse pad on the right square glass end table rather than on the right armrest of the black sofa, as that way I can ensure that I don't micro move my computer mouse, because if I do that, then the HUD comes back up. Then I would basically wait for the next image for the video to come, and upon then I would pause the video and then close out of it in order to see if I was able to successfully get the image I wanted to get a full screen screenshot of without the HUD being noticeable within the full screen screenshot. It took about 5 minutes or so of trial and error for me to get to that procedure. To solve those problems I faced in editing the 2023 polystyrene drawings video project. Though everything else was easy due to me being familiar with Camtasia 2019 and Vion Studio. I first naturally woke up today around 1:15 in the morning, fell back asleep within a few minutes, and then naturally woke up for the last time today around 6 in the morning and got up about 15 minutes later. After that point, I was in my room upstairs at my mom's place, sitting on my bed after getting an aluminum can strawberry lemonade flavored Celsius energy drink. Then I went downstairs to sit at my established work area. From which, over the next hour or so, I would occasionally sip at Celsius energy drink while first reviewing the August 19, my dinner video on my YouTube channel to make sure everything was fine with the audio and video by clicking through the transcript to simultaneously check the video and audio. Each time I would skip somewhere between 20 and 40 seconds on the transcript after letting the video play for anywhere from a few seconds to about 15 seconds, though usually towards just a few seconds. Before deleting that converted UCut video editor project, along with the raw video files I used to create it. Then I switched a few times between working on editing yesterday's My Dinner video project on my phone through the UCut Video Editor app, and working on finishing my current polystyrene drawing project at my mom's place. Which I did at 10:59 in the morning. Though I didn't take the picture of it in my room upstairs until around 12:30 p.m. Around 9:30 in the morning, I had with a Premier Protein branded vanilla protein shake, 4 sunny side up eggs, and a ribeye steak. The sunny side up eggs and the ribeye steak were prepared by my mom. For which I am thankful. I walked to my mom's local Wegmans in order to return a medium gray plastic garbage bag full of containers, predominantly plastic bottles and aluminum cans with deposits on them. I got back $4.20 in total after first returning the plastic bottles and aluminum cans at one deposit return machine, and then I went to another such machine that was a shortish walk, maybe about 15 seconds or so, to the left in order to return the few glass bottles that were in separate beigeish plastic bag, with one such bag having 2 glass bottles, and then there was another little beigeish plastic bag with just 1 glass bottle in it. And then going to customer service, not only because that's where you redeem deposit slips for container deposit returns for money, but also because the first container deposit return machine didn't accept everything that had a deposit on it. That had to do with certain brands, whether that machine ultimately accepted the container or not. During the walk to and back from my mom's local Wegmans, I picked up a small amount of litter that was on the ground near the sidewalks I walked on. Using my bare hands, and I carried that small amount of litter in my left sweatpants pocket until I got to either the local Wegmans or back to my mom's place where I could properly dispose of the small amount of litter I had picked up. I did the walk to get some exercise and sunlight today. Though I recall at the time it was around 68 degrees Fahrenheit, which actually felt a little cool, pretty close to room temperature, at least for me. And it was completely overcast with medium gray clouds. The clouds covered the whole sky. It was during the mid and late afternoon hours that I finished editing yesterday's My Dinner video project on my phone through the YouCut video editor app. And as of 9:39 p.m., that converted YouCut video editor video project finished uploading to my YouTube channel around 4 hours and 45 minutes ago. I recall throughout today, especially during the late afternoon and the early to mid-evening hours, I would occasionally take a sip of tap water from my Stanley tumbler. Here's where I am currently in terms of clearing out the ancient city on Elvenar. Here's where I am currently for the task sets for the current episodic event on Elvenar. I'm currently upgrading this ancient wonder.